Hi Aries, welcome to your 2016 year ahead general tarot forecast. So how I do these readings, Aries, is I choose 6 cards for every 3 months. So for January you got 2 cards, February 2 cards, March 2 cards. But I don't do the readings in terms of in January this is going to happen, in February this is going to happen, in March this is going to happen. I do it as a collective, okay? I then pick, I have another deck of cards, and I'll shuffle the cards and pick a card to represent what the advice is for that quarter of the year, okay? So we've got January through to March, April through to June, July through to September, and then October through to December, okay? And for each of those months, you'll have an advice card as well as the 6 cards, okay? At the end of the reading, I then go on and shuffle an angel card. And I'm using the Doreen Virtue Angel Tarot cards to represent the one card that the angels feel it's appropriate to give you advice on for the whole year, okay? So for the reading, I'm using my Rider Tarot deck miniature edition. And this will be the cards that I use to interpret what I feel is going to happen through the year. And then I'm using my pocket tarot deck from the Universal Weight as your advice card for each of those quarters. Okay, so I hope that makes sense to you guys. So Aries, I'm just going to hone in to your star sign. And I'm just going to ask the universe, spirit angels, please show me what is coming in for Aries in the year 2016. I need the general energy. Okay, so I need 6 cards for January through to March, then 6 cards from April through to June, 6 cards from July through to September, and I need 6 cards through from October through to December. Okay, so that's what I need. Angels, universe, spirit, please help me with this reading. I need a reading for Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising signs for the year 2016. Aries, 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 Sun, Moon and Rising signs. The year 2016, please. Aries, 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 Sun, Moon and Rising signs. The year 2016. Show me what's coming up. The events, situations, energies around those born under Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Show me. Okay, I've shuffled the cards, Aries. I'm just going to put them down. I'm going to take the first 6 cards. So let me just get rearranged. I'm working for a very small desk at the moment here. So we'll put those there. Okay. Those here at the end so it's easily accessible for me. Right, so we're going to start out your first 6 cards. 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay. And we're going to shuffle for the advice. Universe, spirit, angels, what is the advice that you give, please, for January through to March? Give me the advice card. What is the advice that you're giving through to the zodiac sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising signs from January through to March 2016? What is the advice that you'd like to give? Show me. Show me the advice card, please. What is the advice that you'd like to relate to those born under the zodiac sign of Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising signs? Thank you. Okay. There we go. Oh, right, let's see what's coming up for you guys. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Please, 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 give me something else. That's good. Okay, that's interesting. Not bad at all. We've got one reversal there, okay, which is to do with your money. but I feel it's more of a it could be either a step back that you need to take in terms of finances, Aries, for between January and March. It could be where you do need to look at finances, okay, or that you're paying out a lot for something. I'm definitely seeing a home move here for you guys, okay. Let's make a start anyway. So with the first two cards to represent those 3 months are the Wheel of Fortune and also the Sun. What better cards can you get in a reading than those? What better? Two major arcana cards that signify health, vitality, luck, good fortune is coming in for you guys between January and March. I feel really energized. I feel really excited, I do. And I feel that reverse card is nothing more than you're going to have to be paying something out. That's all I feel that card is, okay? I do, because I have a card that clarifies this right underneath that, okay? So I do see you guys having to pay something out. There is change coming in for you guys, definite change, because the Wheel of Fortune is always the cycles of life changing, so things are always moving forward. It can mean a move backwards sometimes, dependent on where you are. So if you're very, very rich and you get the Wheel of Fortune, sometimes, but I only feel that card occurs if you kind of feel like something might not be right with your business or something, and you get the Wheel of Fortune there, or you've got an intuitive thing going on with you that you might lose some money somewhere. Sometimes that can back that up, but not so often. The Wheel of Fortune in the main is a very, very good card to get, which means that you're going to have a lot of luck on your side. There's good things coming up, and to be followed by the Sun card says it all to me, that this is a very, very positive 3 months that's coming in for you guys, definitely. I see the Three of Pentacles underneath that, so it could potentially be something to do with work. Changes in your work environment, I feel, is coming up for you guys between January through to March 2016. This is the card of working, it's the card of establishment, it's the card of making plans. So there are changes coming in terms of plans. This can be the card of building stuff. So, for example, because it's Pentacles, it can be all to do with homes, so home renovations, that type of thing. I'm sorry if you can hear, I think that's a Hoover or something going on in the house. Sorry about that, Aries. I feel there's going to be a home move, definitely for you guys, okay? I definitely see a lot of movement forward with you, okay? We've also got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and I feel that's all to do with your home move, okay? Because the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, in a if we wanted to look at that as a negative thing, we could say it was losing money. But we lose money every day. We have to buy food, we have to pay rent, we have to pay mortgages, we've got to buy clothing, we've got to pay for travel, that type of thing. So everybody's always losing money. So don't worry about that card in the reverse. It's no big deal at all. I don't sense it's a big deal. I don't sense it's anything that you've done wrong to do that. I feel that because it's sitting next to that Three of Pentacles, this could either be something that you're planning, something that you're looking to do in 2016 is going to cost you, okay? And I'm looking, and I know this because we've got this Six of Pentacles sitting directly underneath that Ace of Pentacles, okay? Which says to me that you're going to be paying out some cash, all right? You're going to be paying something out, okay? Because we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse directly above that Six of Pentacles. That tells me, from my intuition, that you are going to be paying something out. And it is to do with this Three of Pentacles thing. So you might be paying someone for plans, architecture plans, to help you to build something. You might be paying someone, for example, for a wedding. Okay, because this card, the Three of Pentacles, can be to do with engagements. Okay, making plans to marry, that type of thing. Let me lift the card again. I feel that, this could be a landlord that you're paying, for example. It's anyone who's kind of more in the know than you are about a certain project. There is a new project on the horizon because we've got the Wheel of Fortune here and the Three of Pentacles directly underneath. So there's a new project that you guys are looking at. Very, very positive. It is going to be costing you money in 2016 with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And we do see that Six of Pentacles there as well. Okay, which suggests to me that you're going to be paying something out. I also see the Judgment card here, which is a very, very good card to get as well. I feel that there is going to be a lot of rebirth here for you guys in 2016. I feel that with that Three of Pentacles above the Judgment card, this thing is going to give you a new lease of life. It's going to liberate you from something in the past, from something that was quite old, from something that had kind of been outdated. So whether that's the place that you're living in, whether it's a case of that you've been engaged for a long time now, or you've been with your partner for a long time and you're looking to move the relationship up to a higher level, a better level. We see that Judgment card there, which suggests yes, because the Judgment card is always about rebirth, karma. It's about things that haven't been tackled in a long time, or something might have gone to sleep, suddenly it's come round again. Okay, it's about freedom, liberation, all of that good stuff. Six of Pentacles here. You are going to be paying something out in 2016. I'm pretty sure it's to do with a project or a home move, or something that you're building, plans that you're making. You're going to be paying someone for that. Everybody pays the piper. Everybody pays someone. There is some money that you need to pay, because the Ace of Pentacles is in reverse, but it's not a big deal at all, because what you get for it far outweighs what you're going to have to pay for it. This can also be you guys receiving help or receiving some form of support, okay? Receiving money, receiving gifts. I feel in that 3 months, you really got some really, really good cards, really good major arcana cards as well, which say that it's big things coming in for you, Aries. Wheel of Fortune, big changes. The Sun card, I'm seeing holidays as well with that card, because the Sun can represent holidays as well. You're probably paying your travel agent as well for a major holiday that you're taking, because we do have that Three of Pentacles there, and I always look at the two people who are looking up to the skilled craftsman, and the Pentacles are money, okay? So, yeah, there is, I see holidays here for you guys, and also that Wheel of Fortune can represent a map for me for some reason. It looks like a map. With that as well, a compass, and with that Sun card, I always look at those two cards as maybe traveling the world or going out into the world. I do feel that you're going to be paying out quite heavily maybe for a holiday, a major holiday in 2016 between January and March, or a major trip. I do see people from the past potentially coming back into your life, because we do have Judgment here. Okay, I see people who probably haven't been around in a long time coming back within those 3 months. Okay, I do see reconnections, and I see the Six of Pentacles as being a reconnectionist card as well, or a connecting card. I do see you guys might have a lot of responsibility with children in between January and March, because we do have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, which can infer paying out, or you know, having to give away money, losing money. It doesn't always have to be in a negative tone either. We also have the Sun card above that, which can reference children. And the Six of Pentacles can reference responsibility, having a responsibility over somebody else. So I do see that as well. Potentially, there's a lot of responsibility to do with children. The Wheel of Fortune above this Three of Pentacles, there are changes in plans. It's going to give you a new lease of life with that Judgment card. A lot of positivity. And your overall card for those 3 months is the Knight of Wands, so it's correct. It's lots of movement. There is a house move on the cards here. Could be a change in your job, a move in your department, a move in your job department, for example. Maybe you're getting a promotion, okay, as well. That Six of Pentacles as well can reference a promotion, okay. So potentially a promotion there, but there's lots of movement in between January and March for you Aries people, okay. This is also you guys, because you're fire, and the Wands are fire. So this is you guys really moving forward with plans, with creative plans. And because the Wands are all about building and creativity, you're building on your creativity. You're building on your passions. There are things that are really driving you forward within January and March 2016. So that is an excellent, excellent start to your reading, Aries. Some wonderful things happening there. Okay, let's put those cards to the side. And let's see what's coming up for you now between April and June 2016. Let's see what the advice card is. I never turn the cards up until the universe has given me everything I want to, give me all the cards. Universe Spirit, show me what the advice card is, please, for Aries between April and June 2016. What is the advice, please, between April and June 2016? Show me the advice, please, for Aries between April and June 2016. What is your advice? Show me the advice for Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising signs between April and June 2016. Show me. Okay. Whew. Right, let's see what's coming up for them. Alrighty, man. What's going on here? The first two cards, Aries, are the Queen of Cups and the Chariot. Both reference water signs. Chariot is Cancerian, Queen of Cups is Scorpio, Cancer or Pisces female. I think she could probably be a Cancerian a lot of the time as well. This to me signifies trying to move ahead with plans, okay? It's almost like the Queen of Cups is quite stationary, and she's focusing on her talents. She's a very talented lady. The Queen of Cups is usually a psychic. She's a healer. She would be involved in fashion, film, anything to do with the arts, that type of woman. The Chariot is whereby you need to harness something to move something forward. So you need to kind of put everything into sync, put all the conflicting energies that you might be feeling about something and drive them into one mainstream route. Okay, you need to move things forward. So I see you guys trying to probably between April and June, you're really trying to move your talents forward. That's what I'm seeing here with that card. Also, it could be, if the Queen of Cups is an energy of yours, Aries, because you are fire sign, okay? And this is emotion. So we're talking about the emotional side of you. There might be some conflicting energies, I feel, in terms of romance, potentially, for you guys between April and June. Only because the Chariot always reminds me of a man with two women, or somebody who's in a little bit of control. I notice how the Queen of Cups has her back turned to this man. So there might be somebody around you in your life during between April and I know that you're not the Queen of Cups, but this might simply be referencing an energy of yours. I feel that you are trying to ignore someone, or there is a situation that you're trying to maybe avoid during those months, April through to June, in terms of a romantic situation here. I feel that you might even want some alone time. I feel that there's some conflicting energies going on here for you guys during those months, okay, April through to June. The Queen of Cups, she may even be, if you're Aries, Moon or Rising, she might even be your sun sign, okay? So you might be coming to my video because you're Aries, Moon or Rising, and you might even be a Scorpio, Cancer or Pisces person, to which this might reference you. The Chariot might reference a particular person or a particular gentleman or female that you might know, that you've had something to do with in the past. But I feel that you might be trying to turn your back on a situation here, or you might be trying to avoid someone, okay, who's quite popular, or that's what I'm getting because the Chariot guy always reminds me of a rock star, someone who's got quite a bit of charm about him. He's quite controlling of the female sex or something like that. So I do feel that maybe for some of you guys, you're going to be trying to ignore someone between those months, or you're trying to avoid getting involved with someone, or you're trying to avoid being a part of a relationship that maybe you don't feel very good for you, is very good for you. Besides that, I feel that you are going to be trying to move forward with your creative talents. You're going to be trying to bring them out into the world. There's a lot of movement forward with that chariot, but also remember the chariot is indicative of conflict and conflicting emotions. So I see you trying to harness something going forward within those 3 months. We also have the Five of Wands, which can reference very strong male energy as well, because it's 5 boys on this card, okay? And they're very, very rambunctious and cantankerous, and they're all fighting each other, and they're all fighting to get a point of view across, but nobody wins in the end. You also got the Knight of Pentacles here, which suggests a lot of planning. So there's movement forward, but there's also a lot of planning. I also see, for some reason, there's some, I do see conflict here. I've got to be honest, because we've got 2 5s in the reading. We've got the 5 of Wands, and we've also got the 5 of Swords. So I'm seeing some conflict maybe around somebody in those months. I don't know whether it's a Cancerian male that there is some conflict around. There's a fight over or something like that for some of you guys. But there does seem to be that you want to move forward with something, potentially Aries, but there are people trying to get in the way here. I notice how the Knight of Pentacles is directly beneath that Chariot card, and the Knight of Pentacles doesn't move. He's stationary, yet the Chariot wants to move forward. And also, excuse me, also I notice we have that 5 of Swords directly underneath that Knight of Pentacles. So I would be wary of that, because I feel that somebody's going to try and stop you moving forward. I do feel that, okay? And also, because we have this King of Pentacles here, aside that 5 of Swords, I'm getting jealousy potentially of you guys really trying to move upwards within the world, okay? Or might be within a job, because the King of Pentacles, it's money, okay? It's success. It's the highest form of success you can get within the court cards. He has been through a real challenge to get to where he is, okay? And there's still a way to go. So I do feel that there is going to be some form of energy. And I'm looking at this very interesting, because I notice how we've got the 5 of Wands, conflict. We've got the Knight of Pentacles, won't move. Okay, he's taking his time. Yet we've got that Chariot card that's trying to move forward, but he seems to be being stopped in his tracks. Okay. I feel that if you're in a relationship, there might be somebody that's trying to get kind of in the way of something here. That's what I'm feeling here. I feel that if there's somebody who's trying to stand in the way of something here between April and June, there is a lot of kind of fire energy happening here. And I know, Aries, that you are wands. So whether this is you, I don't know. But I feel that it's funny, because your last reading was so positive between January and March, but it's almost like something happens between April and June that is conflicting. You're trying to move ahead with something here, but it's almost like something kind of gets in the way. It could simply be by some of you guys might be trying to kind of build something here, and money might be an option with that Knight of Pentacles, because that is the card of kind of having to plan something methodically. So it might not be such a bad thing, because we have the 5 of Wands here, and whenever I look at this card, it's literally people are trying to build a house, or they're trying to put a structure together. But that structure might take some planning with that Knight of Pentacles, okay? So I do feel that if you're trying to build something, or you're trying to build something else, we saw you trying to build something and it was going really good. There was definitely movement showing between January and March for you guys. But I feel that if you're trying to expand even further on something here, there might still be some hitches there, okay? And I feel that with the King of Pentacles, you're nearing that success there, because the King of Pentacles is higher than the Knight. I notice how he lies diagonally to that Knight of Pentacles. So it suggests to me that whatever plans that you're putting in motion, you're nearly there, but there might still be a few hitches going on with that 5 of Swords, okay? You might come up against some stuff that isn't so great, but it's not a bad reading at all. I do feel that a lot of this does reference love for you guys, because we have the Lovers as your overall advice card, okay? The Lovers card is about choices. It's about an intense relationship. So I feel that if any of you guys are involved in a really intense relationship, especially if it's new between April and June. You will probably have some jealousy over that, or you're probably going to have some conflict or friction from other people in their actions and in their words in this relationship. Okay, that's what I'm feeling here with that Lovers card. It might be asking you that you need to make a choice which way you want to go with that, but I do feel that this reading between April and June 2016 does reference some kind of hitches in plans, or some kind of hitches in a relationship potentially, because we do have two figures here, Queen of Cups and the King of Pentacles, and in between them is fighting. So it's two figures here. Aries, you know, the Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces might even be your rising or moon sign. And if it is, then this Queen of Cups references you. If your rising moon sign is Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and or an earth sign, which is Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, then this references you here with the King of Pentacles, okay? So either way, if any of those signs figure in you, whether they're moon, sun, or rising, or whether, you know, it's just a part of who you are, then just know that there will be some conflicts here, okay? Maybe you're with the Queen of Cups, you're looking to turn your creative endeavours into something really successful. And that Five of Wands could be where you're literally just building the structure up. You're moving ahead with the Chariot card, but there are some stuff that stands in the way there with the Knight of Pentacles, because he stands still and the Chariot moves, okay? So there might be something that you tend to come up against within those 3 months. That's what I'm sensing here with those cards, okay? But the Lovers, I feel that there's an intense relationship happening for some of you guys as an advice card between April and June 2016, okay? Something you might need to make a choice on. There's also a division between these Lovers. Something is coming between them. Something they're together, but yet they're apart. So maybe with these cards showing in the centre of the reading, it could be the people on the Five of Wands and the people on the Five of Swords who are trying to keep that from progressing. But I do see a very strong relationship for some of you guys, but there's going to be a few hitches with it. That's your energy that's your reading for April through to June. Let's have a look at July through to September. So let's count the cards out again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Universe Spirit, give me the general energy or advice between July and September for Aries. Give me the general advice for July through to September for the Aries people. Give me the general advice or energy, please, for the Aries people, Sun, Moon and Rising signs between July and September 2016, please. Thank you. Okay, let's see what comes up for this. Okay. Interesting. Well, we know that there's major changes coming in for you guys, okay? Major changes. Major changes, in fact, because we have the Ace of Swords and we've got the Fool. So there's definitely new beginnings coming up for you guys in terms of something that you've washed away or you've put to the past. The Ace of Swords is the breakaway card. It's the card where finally a truth has been unearthed, or finally you've managed to cut away from something that wasn't serving you. Okay, so I'm feeling that, yeah, you're going to be breaking away from something from the past that wasn't working out for you. It's that victory moment. It's that aha moment where you're just kind of like, okay, that's gone now. The Ace of Swords, the aces, remember, are always new beginnings. Okay, and we see that with the Fool card. We've got 2 cards that reference new beginnings here. We've got an ace and we've got a major arcana, which is the Fool, the card 0 within the tarot. So those are 2 pretty, and I think of all of the aces, the Ace of Swords is probably the most powerful ace for me. Okay, but it's to do with thought and logic, and it's also to do with challenges, the swords are, okay? So I feel that there'll be a breakthrough that gives you a major, major new beginning between January and June, July and September in 2016. The Fool also walks towards the Ace of Swords. So the Fool is abandoning anything that is holding it back. It's not afraid. I'm sensing fearlessness with you guys between those months. There's a real fearlessness about the way that those cards are positioned. Okay. We also see the 2 of Cups. And we've got Death. Now, I would read those 2 cards as being transformation together, okay? I feel that you're going to be transformed. I mean, some people would probably read that as being an ending of a relationship. And for some of you guys, it might be the ending of a relationship, potentially, between July and September 2016, okay? But I wouldn't read it as that necessarily, okay? I would read it as a very transformative stage because both of those cards reference the water element. Okay, Death is the zodiac sign of Scorpio, which is the phoenix that rises from the ashes. It's transformation. It's changes. You know, you can't always read Death in terms of point blank ending, especially when it's after a card. I suppose some people would say, well, if Death came before the 2 of Cups, it would mean that your entry is the death of loneliness. It's the ending of loneliness, and you're going to be in a coupledom. But I would read it either way. I would say it's a relationship that leads to a transformation. So I feel that this is why we have the Fool card. Some people would read that as somebody who's footloose and fancy free. So for some of you guys, it could be that you're footloose and fancy free. It could be that there is an ending, because the Death card is very indicative of the Ace of Swords. Whenever we look at the Ace of Swords, sometimes that can actually reference the Death card within the tarot. So there is definitely a transformation that is showing here with the Ace of Swords and the Death card, and also the Fool card. All 3 cards reference new beginnings. All 3 of them. All 3. Okay? It's really weird how that's come out. All 3 of them do. But then we do have 3 number 2s as well. We've got the 2 of Cups. We've got the 2 of Pentacles, and we've got the High Priestess. So it is very interesting how we have the High Priestess, who would be the Major Arcana card that represents the number 2s within the pip cards. And here we have the 2 of Cups, the 2 of Pentacles, and the High Priestess, the mother of those 2 cards, which suggests to me that there will be a time of clarity over a relationship, I feel here, okay? Because the 2 of Pentacles is often, if we were to look at it as a monetary card, it's where you're trying to probably juggle your cash, juggle 2 jobs, that type of thing. But this isn't a money reading between those months. It's literally a reading of kind of trying to clarify something, trying to weigh something up. And I see that you guys are weighing up your options on something here, which is why I don't feel that it's a relationship, the ending of a relationship. I feel that you're weighing up your options, if anything, over a relationship. You're seeking higher clarity on something, okay? For some of you guys, it could be that you seek higher clarity with that High Priestess. You're weighing up your options. Both cards really are about kind of trying to achieve clarity within that 2 of Pentacles and the High Priestess. Maybe for some of you guys, it leads to a transformation with you, with that Death card. Maybe it is the ending of a relationship with that 2 of Cups and the Ace of Swords, and the Fool deciding to go out on his own. He wants a major transformation. He's gone through a major transformation, and he feels okay now just to step into the unknown and see what's there. So I'll be honest, I do feel that there'll be some endings in terms of a relationship for some of you guys. But then I also feel that some of you guys are going to be released from something that was restricting you, because we have the Ace of Swords, and that's always a card about being released from restrictions, always, because It's the card of the breakthrough. The sword is cutting away, it cuts. That's what swords do, and that's what the Ace of Swords does. That's why you come into a new beginning when you've realised, come to a point of self-realisation. And I feel that through self-realisation with the Ace of Swords, that Fool card is where you're going to be. And you're not afraid to face up to the truth of something. I can see the Fool is not afraid because he's facing directly towards the Ace of Swords, okay? So he's not afraid to face up to the truth, okay? He's looking forward. He knows what's in front of him, yet he's still willing to take a risk. So for some of you guys, it could literally be that you're wondering whether you need to take a risk on something within those months. Because I see the Fool facing the Ace of Swords as somebody who's taking a risk. Who'd want to go straight up to a sword? Who'd want to face a sword? You know, a sword is standing right in front of your face, and yet the Fool walks, he's quite happy to walk into it. So he's willing to face the danger. He's willing to walk into a situation that is a little bit risky. So some of you guys could be taking a risk, I feel, between July and September. And I feel it will be on a relationship, okay? Because we do have that Two of Cups there. It is the relationship card. It's new love, okay? It's building on a relationship, okay? But it's not solid enough to bring anything stronger, which is why you have your choice card here with the Two of Pentacles. For some of you, it will lead to an ending. For some of you, it will lead to transformation. But you're definitely having to rely on your intuition, I feel, as to whether you want to go forward with a relationship between July and September or whether you want to end it, okay? That Death card can mean an ending, or it's simply a transformation in you, or a transformation in who you are as a person, or in, you know, how you're living or where you are, or that type of thing. So yes, I see either endings to relationships for some of you Aries between July and September. Some of you are going to be looking to take a risk, or some of you are going to be facing up to the truth about a situation and ending it. There is a lot of options that you're going to be weighing up, because we've got that Two of Pentacles there, and you are going to be seeking clarity with that High Priestess. Your general advice is the Seven of Swords. To me, that says take a risk. That's what it says, because this man risks everything. He does take a risk because he's nicking off his swords in broad daylight. He thinks he's smart. He strategizes, okay? He doesn't kind of say, oh, I can't. He doesn't do it in the dead of night. He does it in broad daylight. So I kind of see this guy as a risk taker. And that's why the Fool, I feel, is stepping into the Ace of Swords, because he's taking that risk, okay? And this can also, with this Two of Pentacles, be the card of weighing up options. And sometimes when you need to weigh up an option, you're thinking about taking a risk. Do I take a risk on this? Do I do this? Do I do that? What will the fallout be? Do I take a risk? I'm getting the word take a risk. I feel that the advice is take a risk for those months, okay? Because if you don't take a risk, you never know what you could be missing out on. So I do feel that you're going to be taking a risk during July through to September. And I feel that it could be on a relationship. Some of you will probably decide not to take a risk and just to end something. And some of you will think, to hell with it, you only live once. And let's have a look at the cards for the final months of the year. We're looking at October through to December 2016. Universe, Spirit, show me the general energy, please, for Aries between October and December 2016. Show me the general energy, please, for Aries between October and December 2016. What is the general energy advice card that represents those 3 months, please? Show me. Show me for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. Okay. Show me. Show me. What is the general energy, please, or stroke advice card that you can offer for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs between October and December 2016? Show me. Okay. Sometimes when I look at the previous months that I do reading for, I think, shit, should I have said something else? Or this is interesting. It's funny that the Seven of Swords showed up as your advice card for between July and September. Sorry, between July and September 2016, because we have as your first two cards the Seven of Swords and the Moon. This can sometimes reference somebody who has who's not being honest. This can reference deception, for example, because the Seven of Swords is the deceptive card, and the Moon card can be one of somebody who is hiding something. Okay, so this can reference maybe a deceptive person around you during those 3 months. All right. This person could be this little charmer. Okay, the guy in the Six of Wands. Okay, Aries, sometimes this is you guys, and I'll come back to you guys in a minute. If it references the guy in the Seven of Swords and the Moon card, this is your little charmer. And I feel that you'll be taking flight from him because we have the Eight of Wands along with that Six of Wands, if I was to read it as a story. All right. We also have the Five of Cups. So maybe some of you guys will be losing out on something, or will have to let something go during those 3 months. But then we do have the Nine of Cups, okay? A card of contentment, a lot of contentment coming in for you guys, okay? I feel that you are, though, I feel for some of you guys, and I don't know whether it relates to what I said in the last reading between July and September, but some of you guys may be releasing a friendship or you know, something that meant something to you, but there's something amazing behind it, because we've got that Five of Cups there, but directly behind it is the Nine of Cups. Okay, so whatever it is that you feel that you've lost, you haven't lost anything, because you've got some great friends there. There's going to be a lot of celebration, a lot of good times happening for you guys between October and December 2016. A lot of good stuff. So maybe you've had to, you know, it doesn't even have to mean a relationship. It can just simply mean something that, you know, wasn't working out for you. You know, there will be some sadness, I feel, towards the end of the year over something, okay? And it could be in reference to this guy on the Seven of Swords and the Moon card. Maybe there's going to be a cheat around you. I'm hoping the last card didn't reference the cheat and the Seven of Swords as the overall energy for those 3 months. I'm hoping not, okay? I just read the cards, because I don't know what the cards are, so I just read them in terms of what I see. Could have referenced a cheat for those 3 months, but I don't know. But, you know, you'll have to come back to me during the year and tell me what you found out or what's happened for you. But I feel that there will be some loss towards the end of those 3 months, okay? But they will be returned with a lot of happiness too. There are wishes granted. There's good things happening for you, okay? We do see you victorious as well, if we're to look at this as you, because you are fire, you are wands. This is you guys, all right? I see a lot of happiness there, a lot of victory. There's a lot of success coming in for you guys during those 3 months. The Eight of Wands could be holidays being taken. A lot of flight going on there. There's a lot of activity around you, and it could be around a job, because the Six of Wands is all to do with creativity, and it is to do with work and employment, okay? So maybe some of you guys are actually looking at promotion or moving up the ladder in terms of a role, okay? But I see new stuff coming in terms of career for you guys, okay? The only cards I'm concerned about are the Seven of Swords and the Moon, because I feel that there might be somebody deceptive around you during those 3 months. And if I were to look at the cards going down, we would look at the Seven of Swords guy. This could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person. Somebody who shows you two faces. Shows you something out in the daylight with the Seven of Swords. Pretends to be, you know, this is who I am. Hence, he's nicking off with swords in daylight. He's not hiding anything. But underneath, in the darkness, he's completely something else. So it does reference somebody who's quite two-faced. with those two cards, okay? Maybe you guys are going to be taking flight, moving on from this person, okay? Which will endure some loss, all right? But after that, after the moon, after the depression, after the sadness, comes victory for you guys, okay? You're going to be moving out of that stage into a very, very happy, positive time, okay? So I do see during those 3 months, there is promotion, there is advancement in terms of your career. I do feel that you'll have to deal with someone. I can't look at it any two ways and say I feel there's somebody that you're going to be dealing with who's not being honest in those 3 months. I don't know whether it related to the other reading I did for the previous 3 months, but I feel that there's some dishonesty here with that person in the last 3 months of the year, because we've got somebody who showed you two faces. All right, but I feel that you'll move on from that person. You'll accept the situation for what it is, and you will move on, and you will be happy. Okay. I do see a lot of support around for you guys in those 3 months, and your general advice is the King of Wands. See a lot of you guys sitting at the top of your game, very happy, very confident within yourself. The King of Wands could reference that man, potentially. I said that he could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or he could be a fire sign like you guys. He could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, highly sexed. This Nine of Cups guy can also reference somebody who's quite highly sexed as well. And the Seven of Swords and the Moon card can mean somebody who's quite deceptive, and it can even mean secret liaisons or affairs and that type of thing. So I'll be careful of that one with somebody at the end of the year. I feel that they could be quite deceptive around you and not be honest, okay? This King of Wands, it could be this person to look out for as an advice card. But also it could be you guys stepping into your confidence. It could be self-advancement as well with that card we're looking at as advice card for you, Aries, towards the end of the year. But it's not a bad year. It is a year of ups and downs. It is a year of revelations, that type of thing, Aries. But yeah, it's not a bad year at all. I feel that there is potentially some loss coming in for you guys at the end of the year. I've got to be honest, I can't lie. And I would be really kind of on your guard for any kind of deceptive people around you between October and December 2016, because those are two very strong cards to get together. Seven of Swords and the Moon, very strong indeed. So be careful of that. But other than that, I feel it will be a very good year for you. And your advice card, Aries, is Queen of Fire from the Angels. Okay, confident, warm, intelligent, graceful. It tells you to stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself. Assert your independence and creativity. So I find that if you assert yourself, if you know what's good for you, what's not good for you during 2016, you can't go wrong, Aries. Follow your intuition, follow your hunches, and most of all, follow your own confidence, okay? If you're confident in something, go for it. If you're not confident in it, or if you don't feel that there's confidence in pursuing something that presents itself to you, which I think it was kind of running through the reading, then to me that is saying run in the other direction. But other than that, okay, just be confident in who you are, be confident in your own intuition, in your own abilities, and I feel that you'll do really well in 2016. Thanks for joining me on that reading, Aries, and have a great 2016. Bye-bye.